let's talk about some movie delays. Yeah.
Let's.
So first one, I don't think either of us are a little upset about this, but Kraven the Hunter was going to come out this October, and it's now going to come out August 30th of 2024.
Wow, that's actually quite the delay.
It's a huge, 10 months.
But that's a year away from now.
Sure, yeah, it is.
And they're playing the trailer in theaters. I went to go see Talk to Me again. They're still playing it in theaters. Not to mention, I was laughing about it, and I had an issue with the fact that it's ridiculous that Kraven has these lion abilities.
Yeah, right.
Everybody in the audience with me when that trailer happened
laughed.
Was laughing.
Yeah.
Because it's so stupid.
It's so ridiculous.
I was talking to the person next to me, and I was
different.
I was like, just wait. And then the lion thing happens, and she's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then at the end, she was like, she doesn't even, I don't think she knows who Kraven is, but she was even like, why doesn't he even fight like a lion? He's just fighting like a normal person.
He bites a dude's nose off, doesn't he? I mean, I don't know.
But he's not even lion powers.
Sure, he's just animalistic, I guess, is what you could say.
But just from if I was just a normie, normal, not hip to the comics, which also again, not what the character is,
right?
But if you got the blood of a normal lion, which is all that it is. Sorry to go on a tangent, but I would think, oh, he had lion powers. No, sure. I don't know. Anyways,
well, I mean,
I'm not excited.
Sad. But this means now that we get 3 Sonyverse movies coming next year, which is awful.
Madam Web. Well,
and Venom 3.
Look, I'm an optimistic, positive person most of the time, so you may be like, this is awful. I will not have that disposition except for Kraven because
I'm sorry. There's no part of me that can get excited for Venom 3. Just zero. Okay,
Venom
0.
I don't hate those movies. I just am not.
Yeah, I like them a lot less than you, I think.
I think you do, which is, totally fine. I get it. I'm not crazy about them by any means. But I do think the Madam Web one has maybe some promise.
It has potential, I guess. But I don't know. Sony can only do animated movies right for me at this point. So, yeah.
I mean, let's not forget they did make 3 pretty good Spider-Man movies.
Right. But the last good one they made was over a decade ago. So...
It's been a decade.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Don't have a lot of faith in Sony and movies is what I'm saying.
But they haven't made a Spider-Man movie since 2014.
Right. But, I mean, you got a lot of Spider-Man properties that, I don't know, don't seem insanely hard to convert to a movie. But
I think half the problem that they have is that there's no Spider-Man attached.
Yeah, sure. Agreed. Which they could easily do it. But they don't want to butt heads with the MCU, I guess.
No.
So, but yeah. So next delay we have here is Godzilla X Kong. I know you're a little looking forward to that one. But,
when did that get delayed to?
It was supposed to come out sometime this year. Now it's going to be April 12th of 2024.
Okay.
So yeah. And so we'll be talking about another Godzilla property later on.
Right.
But yeah, and then we also got Beyond the Spider-Verse. That was delayed indefinitely. Just no release date at this point. Which I can't say is insanely surprising because I feel like they have a lot of work to keep doing on that.
Which at least the animators can keep working to some extent. Yeah. It's just they're not going to have the voice actors do their thing.
No, not until the strike ends.
Yeah.
Right. And then lastly, we got, which was the big news today, Dune 2 delayed from October till March 14th, 2024.
Yeah, that one kind of sucks.
That one sucks so much.
Because that was going to be my birthday month, and it was going to be... Yeah. Because last Dune also came out around the same time, so it was a little happy birthday for me.
Right.
But, I mean, it's not that much of a delay.
It's 5 months, I get it, but man, it's just... It sucks because yes, it's all because of the the studios not wanting to come to the negotiation table and actually give writers and actors their fair pay. And yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just like now we're stuck with the Marvels in October, and I think that might be the only thing I'm looking forward to.
I think that's November.
Is that? But it was gonna. I guess I maybe I thought it was October because they
It could be. I thought it was November though.
But because I knew Dune 2 was going to be taking like all the IMAX screens while Marvel's was in theaters, but now they get all the IMAX screens. So, yeah, just bummer news all around.
Yeah.
I
it's unfortunate, but I would much rather them delay movies and have writers and actors get
but
what they're striking for.
They could give them that and just release the movies on time.
They could. I do think that I don't mean, this is not me being
because to me, I think this is like 100% total studio fault. Like, just there's no reason for these delays other than what's going on.
Okay, so I think I'm not defending studios for most of the things, but I will say that when it comes to a big part of this is royalties. And from everything that I've been reading and listening to, when I do think that studios, for the most part, like streamers, like Netflix, I don't think they're as much they're not in positions to necessarily give out residuals the way that normally it would happen, because their only income is the subscriptions they have. And that is, it's not necessarily increasing, or you're not getting profit the way that you get people to go to the movie theater and, you get that extra income. I do think that studios, yes, they also they should be in charge of figuring out those royalties. And I don't know how much of streamers and that part of the conversation is, because I don't think that streamers like Netflix have the capital to pay out. They're already a shit ton in debt, and I don't know how much they have.
Sure, but they just keep spending. So,
but also, yes. So
they have money. Obviously, they're making tons of movies and shows.
They have money that's I don't know. I do think that there's
it's not like Netflix is broke.
If they want to pay, they should pay them more. Most definitely give them benefits. Most definitely. The royalties thing, I think that is a tricky situation, because there is so much content and so much of these shows that are being put on streamers that people get paid for. It's not going the same way that when you play a rerun on TV. If people are watching, you're getting paid for the advertisements. Sure. I mean, but the majority
a lot
of
these streaming services have ads.
Yes, but I do think that the majority of people still pay for the ad-free versions, and I just don't know where that income is going to go for these, hundreds of shows or that come out each year.
I guess the number that's staggering for me is that the combined proposal from the SAG and writers
Guild of America.
Okay, yeah, I was it's not WAG.
WGA.
Yeah, right. The combined proposal takes less than 3% of the studio, the combined studio's earnings. And I'm you can't dole out a little over 2%? Are you kidding me?
I mean, I do. I know it's. I mean, but I don't know. I'm not an expert. I do not know all of the intricacies. I will always 100% of the time be with the people who are striking over the studios. I do think, though, not that you should compromise to the detriment of yourself, but a good deal is one where both sides are unhappy. I think if the studio is unhappy and the actors are unhappy on just some things, you're at least you're getting something out of it. But I do think that yes, the studios should be paying out more. It's ridiculous the amount of money that people who are not day in day out working on sets. This is the camera guys who are getting out of work, the lighting people who are out of work. prop departments that can't, give their props and have people rent them. They're, they can't do anything, and they're not unionized.
There's so many people in the industry who can't, afford to like live well or live at all if they're not working on a set. Like, and that's, and you can't expect to be working 12 months out of the year on a set if you're an actor or a set guy. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. And also I think I can't remember if it's 86 or 93% of actors that work in...
It's 86.
Is 86. Make less than $28,000 a year.
So they don't even apply for, or they don't even, apply for the health insurance because they don't make enough. Yeah.
Not apply.
Yeah, you know what I mean. They don't qualify. Yeah. So, yeah, it's an awful mess.
Yeah.
And it's just getting worse because studios would keep putting their foot down and like, this is a great deal we're offering you guys. Because Bob Iger even came out apparently, and it's reported that he's like personally offended that they didn't like accept the offer that they gave them. And I was like, dude, get off your high horse. Like, get the hell out of here, man. Yeah. I'm just so tired of it all.
I'm tired of it too. I am especially tired of Disney in a lot of ways, because it's frustrating that what Bob Iger was saying, that when we made Disney Plus, we didn't know what to set our price range at for subscriptions. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Because now they're charging and
it's double what it was.
Just come out and say we want more of your money, which they'll never do, because that's not a good business practice. But also there's been like an investigation going on that the studio that they acquired all this stuff from Fox.
Yeah.
And one of the production studios, or the studios in it, they are like not paying them, but they're like, getting all of like this content, but they're like, I think I might have heard about that
today. Yeah.
And it's just like, that's the way that people run things in business.
They're just so greedy,
and it's horrible. I mean, like, you're Disney. You are Disney. You
just would it not hurt you to maybe like have some good press come your way and be like, yeah, hey, look, those guys agreed to the strike and their proposal. Wow, look at Disney, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And also I don't know how you can be Bob Iger and say something like that when you have the mass majority of that particular type of workforce making $28,000 a year. Like that, you have to, you cannot live by yourself.
Yeah.
With that.
You can't.
You have to work a second job.
And you have to, do Uber or Lyft or have a second job on the other end. Right.
That's ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously like the
strike sucks. The studios suck.
Yeah.
This delay. I mean, not that the strike sucks in that way, you know what I mean? But just that they even have to do it. So all around sucky situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.